Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we're talking Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 2, Runaway, Groom, ? So we're just going to get right into it. So basically we're on the new season at Married at First Sight. And in this episode, we got all the couples matched up and ready to go. And, we have our little early season doubts on a couple of them. And we'll get into that. So, but this video is not going to be too long because this episode was the weddings, and we still got like 2 more weddings to go after this episode. So, the first couple to get married at first sight was Kirsten and Shaquille. We left off on a cliffhanger with their wedding last week. So, Kirsten, she has this like dream scenario that she wants in a man, like fit, look good looking, and everything. Great, just of the overall package, basically. And Shaquille, he just wants like a black queen. He's in Tennessee State studying and just doing his thing. And so they're the first couple to get married at first sight. They get married, as soon as Kirsten saw Shaquille, she was just like, But Shaquille, he was just all into it. He was just like, wow. And then she was just like, what? And he was just like, God knew what he was doing when he created you. I thought that was sweet. A little corny, but it was so sweet for him to say that. And so, they read their vows and everything. And then they get married. When they went in for their kiss, Shaquille kissed her on the cheek. Now, there was a lot of debate with that what was going to happen with the first kiss. Like, that was it going to be a regular first kiss, or was it going to be on the cheek, or wasn't there not going to be a kiss at all? So, and then on after party, Kirsten had mentioned that, what, if he would have asked, I would have kissed him, but he just went for the cheek. And then later, after, when they're getting to know each other, Kirsten was just like, she didn't really find him that attractive. And the main thing is that he was bald. He was young. He was a little bit young, and a couple years younger, and he was bald. And of course, I'm bald, so it's just like, hey, well, that's offensive. But I honestly think Shaquille is an attractive man, and so I don't know what the disconnect is for her. I mean, me personally, bald heads are not unattractive. That's just my opinion. I may sound a little biased when I say that, but but she was not really attracted to him. But they're having conversations, getting to know each other, and it's just gonna see if she grows that attraction. I'm hoping she's not gonna be really mean to him, because I mean, he seems like a really good guy, educated, and got his thing going on. And then so that was Kirsten and Shaquille. Next couple to get married at first sight was Nicole and Chris. Now, Nicole and Chris, Chris is Mr. Nice Guy, and Nicole is Miss Quirky and everything. So prior to their marriage, prior to their wedding, they're both getting ready. She's getting her dress on, he's getting his tux on, and this is when they exchange gifts. And he got her a ring, and I guess the brand of the ring is like it was exactly what she wanted. And like, he wrote her this nice little message to his future wife, and then I guess like she reciprocated with something. I forget what her gift was, but she had mentioned, Nicole mentioned that other than the males in her family, that this was really basically the nicest gesture that any guy outside the family has done for her. And at that point, she didn't even know him. And so Nicole had mentioned, she's always been with bad guys, and they felt like they were doing her a favor by dating them. And, she's just ready for this Mr. Nice Guy. And with the gifts that they exchanged, it was just like, wow. And, also with them, they predicted each other's names. Nicole had mentioned I might be marrying a Chris, and Chris thinks I might be marrying a Nicole. So, that's, on TV, in my opinion, that might be good for TV. But if that was really if that was really the case, if they didn't know each other's names, that's amazing. But I think that maybe somebody in the behind the scenes might have slipped that out. They might have slipped that out with guessing each other's names correctly. So they get married. So they get married at first sight, and their wedding is just beautiful and everything. Like Nicole came down, her dad was there, and it was just really an amazing wedding. I thought it was very beautiful, and I'm pulling for them because Chris deserves to be with somebody, and he deserves to be because he's old fashioned. He says, you know what, I don't want to give a girl flowers just because I have to. It's just because I want to, you know. So, I'm pulling for them. I'm really pulling for them. I think that Nicole may needs to tone it down just a little bit, you know, and everything. And apparently, she had mentioned this on the after party, like right before her wedding, like she had like an incident where, like, just getting ready, like one of her like spray bottles messed up, and then like her makeup. Something involving her makeup got all messed up, and she was like rushing to get it cleaned off and everything. And apparently, she had mentioned that, like the wedding day was a trigger for her because just all the pre stuff that was just going wrong, and she wasn't sure she was even gonna make it down the aisle, but she did. And when she saw Chris, she just like lit up. So yeah, I'm pulling for some of these couples. I'm really pulling for them. The next couple to get married at first sight was Gina and Clint. Now, this is the couple I'm a little concerned about, just my early predictions. Now, they're getting ready and everything. And, like, apparently this wasn't shown. It was mentioned on After Party that Clint got Gina some kind of gloves as their gift. And, like, I guess, like, he wants to get sailing or something. It was just some kind of gloves. It was something involving Clint's personality. But Gina's just like, okay. But anyway, they get married at first sight. And after they get married, their first impressions seem pretty okay. Seem pretty. It was whatever. The first impressions were okay. They start talking after they get married, and they realize that they live in the same building together. And Gina was like, I might have seen him before, never really paid it much attention. And they live in the same like apartment complex or whatever, and might have even ran into each other at some point, And I guess on the after party, she had mentioned like she saw the crew at her place, and then when she was done filming, she still saw the crew, and like she went to go check it out, and I guess like they lied to her saying we're just trying to get more footage for the apartment, but in reality they were really filming for Clint. So it's a small world. It's a small world out there. So they get married at first sight. So far, the first impressions, it's okay, but I think next week is basically going to be like when the families and friends like drill into questions and everything. And heading back to Nicole and Chris, one of Nicole's bridesmaids asked her, is she going to be intimate with her husband? And she's like, no, because my husband has to be around my father the next day, and I don't want him to know that like that he knocked me out on the first night or whatever. So I thought that was very mature for her to say. I thought that was a great strategy, great way. Yes, you're married at first sight, but there's really no rush to be intimate because like you just met, and I know you're married now, but you also just met. So yeah. So, and the other couple to get married at first sight was Jasmine and Aries. So Aries, he's another person I'm kind of concerned because he, just based on his past, he mentioned that he was you know, his father was killed back in '94, you know, and he used to be, you know, just all over the place or whatever, and he wants to tone it down. So, you know, and Jasmine, she's a cheerleading coach, and, you know, she's a Christian and preacher. I think she's the preacher's daughter as well, I think. And so I'm kind of curious. A lot of people are predicting that they're going to make it. Like, I mean, I'm hoping as well, but I just hope that they, I just hope, like, Aries throws away his party lifestyle. So we left on a cliffhanger with their wedding, but prior to their wedding, you know, one of Aries' family members came up to him and was like, I don't think you're ready. This is crazy. Like, this is like, you still have a chance right now to get out of this and run and everything. I think this is why this title is called Runaway Groom and everything. And, you know, at first he was all excited and he was like, oh, maybe you're right. I don't know, whatever, and everything. But me personally, I think that's just like dramatics for the TV. They're gonna get married. But I am kind of curious to see what happens with him. And, you know, I said in the last video, he's either going to be an Elijah one from 2 seasons ago or a Chris from Atlanta from 4 seasons ago. So, I'm kind of curious to see how this works, but we'll see. And so, yeah, that's all we saw. We did not see Dominique and McKinney get married. I think they're going to be the final couple to get married. And, okay, so, yeah, we got Kirsten and Shaquille, Gina and Clint, Nicole and Chris, Jasmine and Aries. Yeah, Dominique, yeah, we still got Dominique and McKinney left to get married. So they'll get married on the next episode, and then we'll just see everybody's receptions and how it goes. I know Shaquille had mentioned in this episode that, you know, he was in a car accident and he survived it before. You know, and, like, you know, he was telling Kirsten about what he does at Tennessee State and stuff and everything, and, you know, they might be going to similar events coming up. So yeah, like I said, guys, this episode wasn't much like any dramatics. It was just all, as of right now, it's all daisies and roses. But we all know, just based on Married at First Sight history, things are gonna hit the fan in future episodes. So enjoy the love while it lasts. I'm enjoying it right now while it lasts. I just hope it stays like that. I highly doubt that it will, but you never know. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Sorry I'm late with this video. I'll be back tomorrow, Monday, to do part 3 of the 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After tell. Until then, have a great weekend.